Well, hello. Good afternoon. Welcome to Be Set Free. I'm Jen. Wanted to pop on here real quick. I just read something on a meme actually, and it was somebody's testimony kind of on a meme, and it was talking about how they remember the sound of their husband coming home and pulling into the driveway, and how they would get panicked and look really quick at the house and see if everything's in order. Think of the conversations they had with him during the day to see if possibly, she had left anything unsaid or had a tone of voice while talking with him that he may ruminate on and come through the door and be upset about. She was just talking about that alarm feeling. And I had forgotten about that. Thankfully, I wanted to let you know, I think when we're in abuse, we have these alarmed feelings when we hear our partner come home. And we don't really realize how bad that is, just how terrified we are until we have healed from that. And that meme made me realize the fact that when we're in abuse, we don't realize how bad we're being abused. We just don't get it. And I just want to tell you, the feelings that you're feeling of worthlessness, of being afraid, of confusion, of questioning and not getting answers, of thinking something's wrong with you, but not understanding what you did wrong or why he gets so upset, not knowing if this is a big deal or not, I want to tell you it is, okay? Those feelings you're feeling, you're totally valid in those feelings. And that is enough to show you and to tell me, to tell you that you're being mentally abused, okay? I can tell you from being a mental abuse survivor, once you finally get out of your situation and you're ready, and you get years out, and you've healed and you've done some really hard work, but very good work of healing, you will look back at this time you're going through right now and realize how chaotic it truly was. I want to validate you and let you know that, it's bad, okay? It's bad. And you're trying to hang in there. You're trying to keep your family together. But you need to get out. You need to let go. The abuse isn't just, as moms, we think, or even just as wives without children, we think that it's our job to bend over backwards to fix everything. And yes, we're responsible for our part of things in relationships, of course. But you're not responsible for him and his feelings. You're not responsible for his reactions. You're not responsible to make him feel happy, to make him feel comfortable, to make him feel anything. That's his responsibility. Just like in any relationship, any friendship, when we've been abused, it's usually because we have had childhood neglect or abuse as well. And we grow up thinking that it's our job to fix things and to make people comfortable. And yes, it's an awesome human quality, but it's not our job. It's not our responsibility. We have no control over people. And we get matched up in relationships with people who want to control us, who want to blame us for everything that they're feeling. It's a perfect match. Do you see? But part of healing is realizing That stuff isn't true. You need to take care of you. You're responsible for yourself. You're responsible, not him, only you, for your emotions. You're responsible to take care of yourself. And when somebody's mentally abusing you, and you're allowing it, because that's the other part of it. They can't do it if we don't allow it. And you're allowing it, let's say, okay, because you're still there. You know, you're hanging in there. You're waiting for a thing to change. That's not going to change. The only person you're responsible for is you. That was my point. I kind of forgot my point there. You don't have to be perfect to have a perfect relationship. You need two imperfect people coming together, realizing their imperfections and communicating, and both striving to be better people and to understand one another and come to agreements and talk things through. You know, your feelings aren't arguments. They're feelings. And it's okay. It's okay to have feelings. But your partner or your husband, he's not okay with your feelings, is he? He's not okay with anything about you. But that has nothing to do with you. And I want you to understand that. That has everything to do with him. It's not your job to make his world perfect. It's his job to deal with reality and to deal with himself. Do you understand? It's not your responsibility. And there's nothing you're going to do that's going to make that better. And in fact, by staying, you're enabling him to keep on. And you know, when you go, it's true, he may find somebody else, but he will never live happily ever after. See, that's what I was afraid of too. I was afraid if I left, and it made me stay for a long time. If I left, all the work I put into him, all the things I thought I was teaching him, all the love I was giving him and waiting for him to give back, he was going to go on. I was going to break up with him, and he was going to go on and find somebody, and he was going to give all of the benefits of those lessons that I put into him to somebody else. And I know this is a common thought of women like us. It's a bunch of baloney too. They aren't magically fixed and can go be with somebody else and be healthy. That's a fairy tale. They're messed up. And so are we. We have healing to do. And they're not responsible for that. And they have healing to do, and you're not responsible for that. So I just wanted to jump on here and let you know that when you're in an abusive situation, you know things are wrong, but you don't know how bad they are until you have gotten out and gotten some space and have really done some serious healing to get cool with yourself, to be okay with yourself, to be okay to be alone, to be happy in life. That takes quite a bit of work and healing. But it is amazing, and you can do it. And then you look back at where you were, and you go, oh my gosh, that was intense. I had no idea when I was in that how intense that was, how sick and toxic that was, how I thought, like when I was in it, I didn't think I was that far off from a normal relationship. I really didn't. I look back now, I cannot even believe what I stayed 17 years in. I can't believe it. There's no way anybody I would allow that to ever happen again. No way. And when you get out of a relationship, you feel like a relationship like that, you're like, I can never be in a relationship again. How? They're going to trick me. They're going to trick me. I'm going to find another abuser. How can I ever trust anybody again? Well, guess what? It's not about trusting somebody again. It's about trusting yourself. It's about taking care of yourself. It's about learning who you are, what's important to you and what's not, and the stuff that's important to you, living by it, and you protect it. It's not that you're living on the defense always or on the offense always. It's just when things happen in your life, after you've gotten out, you learn who you are, what you like, what you don't like, what makes you happy, what doesn't, what makes you feel scared, why, right? And you learn these things, you get a direction for your life, you enjoy yourself. And then as people come into your life, you learn how to draw boundaries because you want to protect your peace, right? And you can do it. You don't have to be afraid of people once you've gone through that process. Okay? So that's just a little open door to a glimpse of a very amazing future for you. You don't have to live in fear. You need to get out and start healing, okay? It's not better for your kids for you to stay in a toxic, abusive relationship. It's not better for you to stay and try to be perfect, hoping one day things will work. It's not about you. He's got stuff he's got to do. And he may not want to. And he may say he does, but come on. He's emotionally abusing you because he's messed up inside, and that has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with stuff that happened when he was growing up. Just like you being where you are right now in this relationship has nothing to do with him. It has everything to do with you and everything that happened to you when you were growing up that brought you to this place right now. And it's okay. And it's okay to realize that and say, you know what? This is toxic and I'm done. I want to heal. I'm out. It's okay. In fact, it's more than okay. It's amazing. You don't need to live in fear. Okay? It took a while for the sound of that truck. I remember his truck. I'd be listening for it when it started pulling down the road. I could hear it a quarter mile away because I'd be listening for it. He'd be pulling his truck down the road. It was a diesel truck. I could hear it. And he was heavy on the gas, always heavy on the gas. And those diesel trucks are loud, you know. He would pull into that driveway and it would just be like, ugh. Oh no. And once we broke up, I can hear that truck. I knew it when it was his and I knew when it was somebody else's, but that noise always startled me. You know what? Today I realized I don't listen for those trucks anymore. 2020, I left him 3 years ago. I don't listen for those trucks anymore. I see his particular color of truck because it's kind of unique. I'll see it and it doesn't startle me anymore. I don't get scared. You'll get there too, okay? All right. You got this. You can do it. Please feel free to reach out to me at besetfreefromabuse at gmail.com. besetfreefromabuse@gmail.com. Some people have asked to talk to me on the phone. I don't do that, but I don't mind emailing back and forth. And I'm here for you. If you want me to do a specific video, let me know. If you want to talk more in the comments, that's great. If you just want to get out your pain and leave a message in the comments, do it. Whatever you want, like that. Feel free. Okay, love you. You got this. You got this. Okay, bye.